As the demand for land continues to rise, land reclamation becomes an option too lucrative to pass. Often lured in by the prospects of economic growth and additional real estate for a booming metropolitan population. But beneath the surface lies the dark truth of environmental destruction and urbanization. Is the price of progress worth the negative impacts to nature? Citizens, scientists and environmental groups have expressed their concern on the recent rise of reclamation projects in the Philippines, particularly in Manila Bay. With an estimated 2,100+ hectares in ongoing reclamation projects across the whole Bay Area, and another 2,200+ hectares that are in the works of getting approved, we can assume that these will have a significant impact on the Bay. To give context on the overall size of these projects, 2,100 hectares is roughly half the area of the entire city of Manila. With this much artificial land mass placed into the sea, people cannot help but wonder if the environmental and socio-cultural concerns have been properly addressed and backed with thorough research by the relevant authorities. Together we'll be digging into the negative effects of these projects and spread awareness on the long-term effects not only to the environment but also for the next generation of Filipinos. Damage to marine life. It is no surprise that the marine ecosystem bears the brunt of these land reclamation projects. Even after subjecting it to multiple facets of abuse and misuse, marine life in the Bay still continues to thrive with the efforts of a few. But this may be the last straw that breaks the camel's back. Such drastic changes in the marine ecosystem can alter an already delicate balance among these organisms. Ironically, Manila was named after a mangrove plant, nilad, due to its abundance in the city's vicinity. Estimated to be as much as 54,000 hectares of mangroves dotted the Bay Area in the 19th century. But today, nothing could be further from the truth. Only a measly 600+ hectares are left of these mangrove forests, and now, are at an increased risk of being decimated due to land reclamation projects. Mangroves that not only protect the coast from erosion, but also serve as shelter and breeding grounds for various marine animals. Aside from these mangrove forests, coral reefs, mudflats, and sea grass which contribute to the wide biodiversity of Manila Bay's ecosystem, are also at risk of being devastated by these projects. What most people don't realize is the land mass used for these reclamation projects are sourced from the Bay itself. With that much land mass collected from parts of the Bay, it could be assumed that breeding grounds, marine life and water quality will be severely affected in these areas of operations. Not to mention the irreversible damage to these natural habitats. Loss of these habitats can be linked to the eventual decline in the population of these marine animals that depend on these natural habitats for food and shelter, which in an interdependent ecosystem will affect us one way or another. In fact, the effects are starting to be felt by our fisherfolk today. Anecdotal evidence shows that there has been a significant reduction of the produce they catch from the sea after these reclamation projects started, not only affecting their livelihood, but also their ability of providing food for their families with their catches. Government statistics show that Manila Bay yielded 103,000 metric tons of fishery products in 2018. This is 2.4% of the total marine harvest of the country. 2.4% of food production lost if these land reclamation projects continue to destroy fishing habitats. We must understand that these actions can have an irreversible and lasting effect to our food security and the livelihood of our fisherfolk for generations to come, especially in coastal communities that depend on the marine harvests from the Manila Bay Area. There is no doubt that these reclamation projects will provide economical benefits to our nation, but we must also recognize the threat it poses to other facets of our society. This way, the problems can be anticipated and solutions can be created for upcoming issues and affected communities. This completes part 1 of my info video research on the negative effects of land reclamation to Manila Bay. Part 2 will be posted next week, focusing on the meteorological and geological hazards of these projects. What do you think of these projects in Manila Bay? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let your ideas be heard. Thank you so much for reaching the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, or even share to your friends or family to spread awareness about these topics.